Sagittarius, let us talk about something you have carried your entire life, and something that, if you are honest, has cost you more than you would like to admit. Your impatience. That fire inside you that wants everything now, that cannot stand waiting, that feels physical pain when things move too slowly. It has driven you to great things, yes, but it has also driven you away from things that needed time to grow. This video holds 10 keys that can heal that pattern. Not by killing your fire, but by teaching it where to burn. Stay with me until the end. Key 1. The first key to healing your impatience is understanding where it actually comes from. Most people think impatience is about wanting things fast. But for Sagittarius, it goes deeper than that. Your impatience is rooted in a fear that if things do not happen quickly, they will not happen at all. You have seen enough in your life to know that opportunities disappear. Windows close. People change their minds. And somewhere inside you there is a voice that says if you do not grab it now, it will be gone forever. That fear made sense when you were younger, when your world was unpredictable, and you had to act fast just to survive. But you are not in survival mode anymore, Sagittarius. You are in a season of your life where the things that are meant for you will wait. Not everything is running away from you. Not every open door is about to slam shut. And when you can truly internalize that truth, something in your nervous system starts to settle. The urgency softens. The panic fades. And in its place, a calm begins to grow. The kind of calm that allows you to think clearly, to make better decisions, and to enjoy the process of getting somewhere instead of just wanting to be there already. This is the foundation for everything else on this list. Before you can heal your impatience, you need to understand it. And now you do. It was never about speed. It was always about fear. And fear, Sagittarius, is something you have already proven you can face. Key 2. The second key is learning to sit with discomfort without trying to fix it immediately. Your instinct when something feels wrong is to act. To change something, move something, say something, anything to make the discomfort go away. And while that instinct has served you in many situations, it has also caused you to make decisions too quickly. Decisions about relationships, about jobs, about your health, about your future. Made in the heat of a moment when your body was screaming for relief. But not all discomfort is an emergency. Sometimes discomfort is just your body adjusting to something new. Sometimes it is growing pains. Sometimes it is the natural friction that comes when you are moving from one chapter of your life to the next. And if you act too quickly to eliminate that friction, you might accidentally eliminate the very thing that was trying to help you grow. So here is the practice. The next time you feel that familiar itch, that need to do something right now, try pausing. Not forever. Not for days. Just for a few breaths. Let the discomfort exist without reacting to it. Let it sit beside you like a guest you did not invite but do not need to fear. And see what happens. Often what happens is clarity. The kind of clarity that impatience never gives you. Because when you stop reacting and start observing, you begin to see the situation for what it really is. Not for what your fear is telling you it is. Key 3. The third key is recognizing that some of the best things in your life came slowly. Think about it. The relationships that have lasted the longest. They were not instant connections that swept you off your feet. They were slow builds. People who showed up again and again, who earned your trust over time, who proved through their actions that they were not going anywhere. The skills you are most proud of. They were not learned in a weekend. They took years of practice, of failure, of showing up when you did not want to, until one day you realized you were good at something without even knowing when the shift happened. The peace you carry now. It did not arrive overnight. It was built one hard lesson at a time, one quiet morning at a time, one difficult conversation at a time. Everything that has real value in your life took time. And yet, your impatience still tells you that anything worth having should happen fast. Do you see the contradiction? Your own history proves that patience pays off, and yet you keep fighting against it. This key is about reconciling those two truths. About looking at the evidence of your own life and trusting what it shows you. The good things are coming. They are just coming at their own pace. And your job is not to speed them up. Your job is to be ready when they arrive. Key 4. The fourth key is giving yourself permission to be a beginner again. Impatience often flares when you feel like you should already know how to do something. You look at a new challenge and instead of approaching it with curiosity, you approach it with frustration. Because you feel like at your age with your experience you should not be starting from scratch. But that is a trap. a trap that keeps you from trying new things, exploring new interests, and discovering new parts of yourself that have been waiting for exactly this moment to emerge. Being a beginner is not a failure. It is a doorway, and some of the most beautiful chapters of your life are on the other side of it. When you give yourself permission to not know, something magical happens. The pressure drops, the urgency fades, and in its place, a playfulness appears that you have not felt in years. You remember what it was like to learn for the joy of learning, not for the outcome. You remember what it was like to be curious without needing to be an expert. And you realize that being a beginner at 60 or 70 or 80 is not a setback. It is a privilege, because it means you are still growing, still reaching, still alive in the truest sense of the word. Let go of the need to be good at everything right away, Sagittarius. Let yourself stumble. Let yourself laugh at your own mistakes. Let yourself enjoy the messy, imperfect, beautiful process of becoming. If what you're hearing feels accurate, imagine what could happen if you applied this energy intentionally for 21 consecutive days. That's exactly what the 21-day program in the pinned comment is built for. Daily guidance, focused direction, and real momentum. If you're tired of staying in the same cycle, this is your structure. Key 5. The fifth key is understanding that not every delay is a denial. This one is critical for Sagittarius because when things do not happen on your timeline, you tend to interpret it as the universe saying no. But that is not always what is happening. Sometimes a delay is protection. The job you did not get led you to something better. The relationship that did not work out saved you from years of unhappiness. The opportunity that seemed to pass you by was actually making room for something you could not have imagined at the time. You have seen this pattern play out in your own life more times than you can count. And yet, in the moment of waiting, you forget. You forget that the universe has a track record of getting things right, even when the timing does not match yours. So here is the key. The next time something is delayed, instead of panicking, try asking yourself a different question. Instead of asking, why is this not happening? Ask, what is being prepared for me that I cannot see yet? That shift in perspective does not make the waiting easy, but it makes it meaningful. And meaning is the antidote to impatience. When you believe that the delay has a purpose, you can endure it. When you believe it is random cruelty, you cannot. Choose the belief that serves you, Sagittarius. Choose the one that lets you breathe. Key 6. The sixth key is creating space between your impulse and your action. Impatient people tend to collapse those two things into one. You feel something and you do something almost simultaneously. There is no gap, no pause, no moment of reflection between the feeling and the response. And that pattern has led to some of the biggest regrets of your life. Words said in anger that you could never take back. Decisions made in frustration that took years to undo. Bridges burned in moments of heat that you later wished you could rebuild. The key is not to eliminate the impulse. You are Sagittarius. Your impulses are part of what makes you alive. The key is to create a small space between the impulse and the action. A breath, a walk, a night of sleep. Just enough time for your wisdom to catch up with your fire. Because your wisdom is always a few steps behind your instinct. Your instinct runs ahead, fast and fearless. But your wisdom walks steadily, carrying everything you have learned, everything you have survived, everything you know to be true. When you give your wisdom time to arrive, your actions change. They become more measured, more effective, more aligned with who you actually want to be. And the results speak for themselves. Fewer regrets, fewer apologies, fewer moments of lying awake at 3 in the morning wishing you had handled something differently. Key 7. The seventh key is accepting that other people move at their own pace. Your impatience is not just with yourself. It is with everyone around you. You see potential in people and you want them to reach it now. You see solutions to problems and you cannot understand why others do not see them too. You move fast, you think fast, you decide fast. And when the people around you do not match your speed, it drives you absolutely mad. But here is what you need to accept, Sagittarius. Not everyone is wired the way you are. Not everyone processes the world at your pace. And their slower speed does not mean they are wrong, lazy, or less intelligent. It means they are different. And different is not a threat to your freedom. It is an invitation to practice the very patience you are trying to heal. When you learn to meet people where they are, instead of where you want them to be, something shifts in your relationships. The tension drops. The frustration eases. And in its place, a kind of grace appears that makes every connection deeper. You stop trying to drag people along and start walking beside them. You stop trying to fix their timeline and start trusting their process. And in doing so, you heal your own impatience more effectively than any amount of self-help could ever do. Because the real test of patience is not waiting for something you want. The real test is allowing someone you love to take their time. Some people watch, others transform. If you want to be in the second group, the 21-day guide in the pinned comment gives you a clear step-by-step process aligned with your sign. This isn't about waiting, it's about moving. Key 8. The 8th key is finding activities that teach you to slow down without boring you. You know what does not work for you? Being told to meditate for an hour. Being told to sit still and think about nothing. Being told to relax in ways that feel like punishment. Your brain does not work that way, and forcing it only makes your impatience worse. But there are activities that naturally slow your mind without shutting it down. Things like gardening, where you plant something and have no choice but to wait for it to grow. Things like cooking a meal from scratch, where the process cannot be rushed without ruining the result. Things like walking in nature, where the rhythm of your steps gradually syncs with the rhythm of your breathing. These activities do not require you to fight your nature. They work with it. They give your hands and your mind something to do, while simultaneously teaching your nervous system that slow does not mean stuck. And over time, without even realizing it, you start to carry that slowness into other areas of your life. You start to listen more carefully. You start to move more deliberately. You start to experience the world at a pace that allows you to actually see it, instead of racing through it with your eyes half closed. Find the activities that slow you down without shutting you off, Sagittarius. They are different for everyone, but when you find yours, they become a kind of medicine that no pharmacy can provide. Key 9. The 9th key is releasing the belief that you are running out of time. This is the root of so much of your impatience, Sagittarius, and it needs to be addressed directly. You feel the years. You feel the weight of a life already lived. And somewhere in the back of your mind, a clock is ticking, telling you that if you do not hurry, you will miss your last chance. But that clock is lying to you, because your last chance is not behind you. It is in front of you. And the years you have left, whether they number 5 or 25, are not a countdown. They are an invitation. An invitation to live with a depth and a presence that only someone with your experience can achieve. When you release the fear of running out of time, your entire relationship with patience changes. You stop treating every moment as a race and start treating it as a gift. You stop measuring your days by what you accomplished and start measuring them by how fully you lived them. And the irony is beautiful. When you stop rushing, you actually do more. Because you do things well. You do things once correctly instead of 5 times in a panic. You give each moment the attention it deserves. And your life, far from slowing down, becomes richer and more vibrant than it has been in decades. Key 10. The 10th and final key is understanding that patience is not the opposite of action. It is the highest form of it. You have always equated patience with passivity, with sitting on your hands while the world spins around you. But that is not what real patience is. Real patience is the ability to keep going without needing to see the finish line. It is the ability to plant seeds and water them daily without digging them up to check if they are growing. It is the ability to trust the process even when the process is painful, slow, and unclear. That is not passivity. That is discipline. That is faith. That is strength. And it is the one thing that separates the Sagittarius who burns out from the Sagittarius who endures. You have the fire. You have always had the fire. But fire without patience burns everything down, including the person holding the match. Fire with patience becomes something else entirely. It becomes a forge, a place where raw material is shaped into something beautiful, something lasting, something that can withstand the test of time. That is what your life is becoming, Sagittarius. A forge. And the patience you are learning, it is not killing your flame. It is directing it. It is turning heat into craft. And the things you will create from this place, they will outlast you. They will carry your name, your energy, your spirit into spaces you will never see. And that is worth waiting for. Sagittarius, every word of this was written for the fire you carry, and the wisdom you are learning to pair it with. These 10 keys are not about becoming someone else. They are about becoming more fully yourself, the version of you that knows when to charge forward and when to breathe. Your impatience was never a flaw. It was an engine running without a steering wheel. And now you have your hands on the wheel. You have direction, you have purpose, and most importantly, you have the understanding that the best things in life are not grabbed. They are grown. Let this video be the moment you stop fighting time and start working with it. The fire is still burning, Sagittarius. It always will. But now it is burning with purpose. You have two options after this video. Close it and hope things shift, or decide that the next 21 days will be different. If you choose the second, the structured 21-day transformation aligned with your sign is waiting in the pinned comment. The energy is already moving, the only question is whether you are.